It's currently 2:30 a.m. and I am unable to sleep. And I just wanted to talk about the dangers of sleep deprivation. Now, over the last 3 hours or so, I've come to the realization that the extra hour and a half in the morning might not be worth all the pain and suffering that you have throughout the entire day. Now, since I woke up yesterday, I was tired, I was exhausted, but I was willing to push through it because I know there are benefits to this thing, but I didn't think of the negatives, the consequences of it. And laying in bed, it's kind of made me realize why I wasn't doing this before. Now, there was a period last year where I was waking up at 6. I think it lasted 3 or 4 weeks, and by the end of that period, I was exhausted. I couldn't really function as a human. Now, I'm kind of feeling that now. Laying in bed, I've just full of anger and resentment to all the people who've, not crossed me, but, annoyed me. So I'm just like, I'll lay in bed and I think, oh, this person said this to me like 6 months ago, and it's on my mind. I'm angry. I can't do anything about it. And I've also noticed that my self-control has been down. Like, throughout the day, I've noticed little things are affecting me a lot more than what they should. Like, say, I'm out of bread, I'm just angry about that. I feel anger, I want to hit something, it's not sustainable. And I think in order to succeed this year of schooling, I have to keep it sustainable, otherwise I'm going to end up in a mess, and it's not going to be a good thing for me or anyone around me. So, that's my thought there. Other than that, I think sleep deprivation is a dangerous thing, and you have to realize that the consequences can outweigh the pros. And I've learnt that before, and I didn't realize it. I got a bit ahead of myself and excited about the fact that waking up at 6 a.m, it sounds good, it sounds productive. You hear all these people saying 6 a.m. club, rise and grind. It's like it's the best thing ever, but you got to think about yourself and your well-being and health. And 6 a.m, I don't think it's the right thing for me. And there's also this thing of, teenagers and their circadian rhythms set back. Or if you don't know what circadian rhythm is, it's like your waking time, your sleeping time, and there's probably more things to that, but that's kind of what I'm basing it on. It's set back a few hours. So like, when I'm 25, I could be a 6 a.m. person and feel completely fine, but because I'm a teenager, I might not be a 6 o'clock person because it's not a part of my genetic makeup at the moment. I don't know if that's the right way, but if you do a little bit of research on it, I'm sure you'll find it. There's so many YouTube videos on it. So that'll be it, and I'll catch you in the morning. It's currently 6:50 p.m. and I've just done 3 hours of biology, and I have 13 questions left until I'm completely done with it. That's 4 sections, something like that. So it was A, I'd already finished B, and there was C, there was D, and then there's half of E. So basically, why have I stopped? There's this quote from Alex Hormozy, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this is probably not word for word, this is what I remembered. Anyway, it's work until your efficiency is at 30% lower than when you started. And if you didn't realize, by the end of that time lapse, I was fried. My head on the desk, I'd had enough. So, I'll go again tomorrow. As far as productivity today, it's been pretty poor. I woke up at like 1, but then again, I was awake at 3 because I couldn't fall asleep. But other than that, it's been alright because I got this done, and this is pretty important. And that's what I have to say. Ed Rollo sucks. I think that might just because it's difficult. Taking notes, it's easy, but having to answer questions, it takes a bit out of you. So, I'm going to write one piece on protest, and then I'll come back to you and sign off. Okay, I've written my piece on protest, and it's a fictional story about this Bulgarian man who started the end of this dictatorship, and basically most of it is this woman who's a person who, like, a tour guide of a museum, or a museum guide, that might be better, and they kind of just talk about him a bit, so I'll give it a read. I am sick of this. Tanks in my town square. I've had enough. Those were the last words of Kirill Banev. President Dimitar Petrov was at the peak of his powers. It was 1989. The nation was at unease. But out stepped Mr. Banev. This stupidly brave man. He stuck it to him. Before too soon, he was shot 97 times. The thing about that is that Mr. Banev started the Banev Civil War. This man is the reason that children can ride their bikes on the streets, and why museums like this can open or even exist. I'll let you all go for a wander and see you back here in 2 hours, narrated the museum official. Now, I didn't read that before I read it, and to be fair, it's pretty bad, but the idea's there. I don't think I'm going to write about it. It's just one of those pieces that I need to get done for the sake of getting it done, so I don't have to do it anyway. So it's it's an idea. It's not like my favorite idea. I'll probably go with something that I've already done, one of your ideas perhaps, or my own prompt, and that'll be that. But that's what I did just then. And I'm gonna go cook dinner now because it's 7:15. Gotta eat before 8, or try to. It's a part of me sleep plan. I'm gonna continue the sleep plan, but just wake up at a later time for the sanity of myself. Alright, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace.